So my question was, how do the different styles of parenting affect teenagers? And the reason I decided to do my project on this topic was because of a piece we read earlier in the semester called Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior. The piece really just got me curious, not so much about the difference in cultural styles of parenting, but rather just the four main styles of parenting instead. These four main styles are authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and uninvolved or neglectful. So just a quick explanation on each of these parenting styles. Those parents who are very authoritarian, they're really strict. They like to focus on discipline and obedience. Authoritative, on the other hand, they are more nurturing, responsive, supportive, and they like to set limits through reasoning and explaining. And then permissive parents, they're less demanding. They tend to not set limits, and they pretty much just give them a lot of freedom. And then uninvolved and neglectful parents, this one's pretty self-explanatory. The parents don't really care about their child, and yeah, that's that. So how I went about on my research, I created a Google form for others to answer. I posted it in Google Classroom, sent it to some other people via social media, all through this past week. And the reason why is because, well, sending a survey is really easy. It doesn't take much effort. It would help me draw some conclusions and make generalizations. And plus, I just feel like talking about parents might be a sensitive topic for some people to answer in person. So probably the most distinct trend I saw was that those parents who took on a more authoritative approach in raising their teen resulted in their teen to have a higher sense of happiness within their life. Meanwhile, the parents who took on a more authoritarian approach in raising their teen resulted in their teen to be on the lower side of the happiness spectrum, along with a decrease in sense of freedom. I also noticed that the parents who were more permissive towards their teen resulted in them having a higher level of socialization and their ability to make or have friends around. It's important to know that even though this is true, those who had permissive parents did feel like they were lacking in that feeling of just being appreciated and loved. And then lastly, for the teens who had parents who were uninvolved or weren't really in the picture of their lives, they felt that their freedom was actually limited despite not having that key figure in their lives to sort of, just control and direct them. After a series of questions, I gave the respondents one more question on what parenting style they would most prefer if they were given the chance to change their parents' current parenting style. What I found out was sort of a negative or indirect relationship between the current parenting style and the desired parenting style. For example, those teens who had authoritarian parents wish their parents were more permissive, and flip it around, the teens who had permissive parents wish their parents were more authoritative. So this apparent flip-flop going around is definitely present within the data I collected. And so after thorough research and observation, I can conclude that 1, all four parenting styles has their pros and cons, all their goods and bads. 2, nobody ever seems to be truly happy, like 100% happy with their parents' current style of parenting. There's just always one thing that they wish they could change about them. And then 3, there really is no perfect or ideal style of parenting that exists because every teen is just different in their own.